I was in the light, and within that light was a room, and right in front of me were beings. They were super happy to see me. They were just on me with questions. How was it? What can you tell us? And giggling and smiling. And I wasn't afraid of them. I didn't see anything scary at all. I saw friends. And one of them came forward and he looked me up and down, and he turned to the other two. He somehow sized me up, and he turned to the other two and said, he doesn't remember us. And they thought that was hilarious. They just started giggling, and I was confused, and I was just like, well, guys, give me a second. I just got here, and this is incredibly strange for somebody like me, and they thought that was hilarious. And then in the background, there was this tall, wispy guy, and he had this spin to him with a energy spinning around him, and he came forward, and his energy just enveloped me, and I felt like I was going to fall to my knees and break down crying because it was so much love. So not too much was going on, you know. There was a little back and forth stuff. All he did was chuckle, and you could tell he was super proud of me and loved me. And so I asked him, I said, "Will you guys, want to do that thing? Would you flash my life before my eyes, or, run through it? Or you guys want to start that?" And everybody just cracked up. And he thought that was hilarious. He chuckled, and because it was like I was a little kid that was trying to take over, a little toddler. Then he just said, sure, let's do that. How do you want to start? And that right there lets you know that we're not judged, and nobody has this incredible power over us to do horrible things to us or anything. Those things don't exist. Those emotions of fear and anxiety and regret, none of that goes with you. I didn't have any of that while I was there. And so I started talking, just told some stories about a park service job and a couple of other things. And then he just said, okay, that's enough. And he said, time to go back. And that just blew my mind. I was like, dude, what? Go back? I'd forgotten about Bill, and I forgot about my life here. And I had a perfect life, and a wife, and family. People depended on me, and friends. And all of it meant nothing. It was like it was an illusion or a game or a trick. It's like an amusement park. We come in here. It is not understandable because we're part of the park. We're projecting our awareness through, this avatar, and the avatar has all kinds of energies driving it. You can look at your birth chart, and it's like looking at a hand of cards. You can tell exactly what your motivations in life are going to be, and it was all set up for the experience, and I knew that. I knew that it was just a house of cards, and the house of cards just fell down, and reshuffle the deck and start over, and that's how I felt. So I made up all these things about why I didn't have to go back, and I told him he didn't understand. It's really hard there, and I don't want to go back. And he was cool, and he just kind of came forward, and he goes, all right, come on, you're going back. You got things to do, and they're important. And so the room started coming apart as he stepped into me with his energy, his intention, his thoughts of me going back. That's all it took. And my place there in that facility ended, and I went to a new vibration, a drop in frequency, and I came back here. And when I got close to my body, it didn't feel good at all, because all of what's here on Earth, it's very heavy emotions. It's all getting loaded back up, and that's it's like a dump truck full of problems just being dumped back on you. And that is why nobody wants to come back. And that is why when they wake up, they're mad or they're upset. And maybe they're upset for years, because the powerful illusion of this place is poured back into your experience, and it's just crushing. And a lot of people out there are suffering, and just know that you came at a time when the crushing is set on 11. The harsh emotions are really set high, and you're a super stud to be here now. All of you, the whole universe is watching. So anyway, I was back in my body, and the nurse came by. I was pissed, and I absolutely believe there are no accidents, synchronicities. I wanted to know why I had to come back here, and she put her hands on my shoulders, looked me in the eye, and said, "You're back with us, and you need to get over that." And I never forgot that. I was like, okay, I'm Bill again. I just got anchored. I'm Bill again, and that was something else. I'll find out more about that later, but I'm here now. I have a purpose.